And happy birthday! Happy birthday to my Virgo friends. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your September and going into October and the fall, let's say, tarot reading, because these readings are going up around mid-September, so we have a little flexibility with the timing. We'll be using the Golden Tarot this month by Kat Black. I'll also bring in an affirmation card for you from Divine Doors and a saint card from the Voices of Saints by Los Scarabeo. All right, and so we're going to get started. The cards, I've been shuffling them for a while and they've been getting ready quickly, so I'm just going to give them just a little bit more of a okay, we're ready. I was going to give them another shuffle, but I got a message that they were ready. Okay, and we have the star on the bottom. Okay, beautiful to see. Let's take a look for my Virgo friends. Ooh, interesting. I'm just curious. I'm going to pull that one out because we're going to lose it, and it was just interesting how it came up, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay, so the star on the bottom, all about giving, and even though this is the card that represents Aquarius, it always reminds me of Virgo because the water bearer is always thinking about humanity and others. Okay, so let's take a look. We are starting out with the Two of Swords, okay? That's interesting. Let's take a look at that one little card that jumped out, and Justice. Okay, so that's interesting too. Let's just stick that in here as well. Okay, let's continue on. We have the Six of Cups coming in, all right. The Three of Wands, beautiful. Beautiful for Virgo. And the Seven of Wands, which is fabulous for you, Virgo. Beautiful to see. First of all, let me just say this, Virgo. There is a lot of opportunity for you right now. It's like, I want to say this, I'm picking up that it's just like hanging in the air. It's just hanging around. All of this opportunity. I think you can sense it. You can see it out there. It might feel like it's kind of actually beyond your reach though, or your grasp in a way. And I can sense that you are sort of contemplating this. Like, I just know how I can make things so much better. And I think you have a really clear vision in mind too. And that you're spending some time thinking about this very deeply. And it is almost like, you know, I don't want to let this opportunity go by. And I think that you realize there's some timing involved here, some sort of timing involved. And so on the one sense, I feel like you don't want to feel like you're just sitting around on it and that you're going to let the opportunity go by. All right, I'm picking that up. I think that you can sort of sense that the time is very near. Okay, I'm picking that up with the Six of Cups, that the time is very near. I know that doesn't correspond to the typical reading for the Six of Cups, but I have a different reading and I'm just picking these messages up also just intuitively, right, and psychically. So that's what's coming up, that you can sense the time is near. Let's continue on. Let's see what else comes up. The Queen of Swords, all right, beautiful to see for a Virgo reading. Really emphasizes your analytical abilities. And so the only downside of that for Virgo is that Virgo can sometimes think a little bit too much about things or too long about things. And you could, some of you, all right, you could be feeling like, I don't want to wait too long. Like I don't want to think too long and hard on this. And the other part of that is, especially too, if you have some Libra in your chart, or if Libra is prominent, which is, of course, the next sign next to Virgo. So very often you could have, let's say you could have a a Virgo sun, and then let's say you could have Mars or Mercury in Libra, something like that, let's say. So if you have a Libra in you too, it could be that there's a lot of thinking going on, and that's a good thing, but you don't want to miss an opportunity is what I'm picking up. All right, now we have the Fool coming in. Virgo, I think that there's a really strong desire to go your own way. To go your own way. And I feel like you've been so responsible for so long. You've worked so hard for so long. And potentially been almost, I want to say, like at the whim of somebody else's decisions, schedule, parameters, criteria. And what I'm picking up is this sense that you would just want to go your own way. And the opportunity is all around you. It's hanging in the air. Thank heavens for this. Thank heavens for this is what I want to say, because what if there were no opportunities? What if there was just nothing in mind or anything that you had worked toward? I mean, feel the opportunities aren't just coming out of the clear blue sky. It's because you have worked to make sure that there could potentially be possibilities and that you could do different things. And so thank heavens. I mean, this is something that we can pray in gratitude for. Thank heavens that potentially I might have some different opportunities for myself in my life. And now we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so not surprising, right? Boy, that last round of readings we did, that Nine of Swords just came up for everybody. Haven't seen it so much this month except for now in the Virgo reading. This isn't surprising either though, because I just feel, Virgo, you're really thinking very deeply about the way things are going and have gone. And I think that Virgo needs a very, I want to say, wide berth, a lot of room and area for independence, growth, and to make their own decisions. Now that sounds a little unusual for Virgo, I have to say. Actually, Virgo makes, very good assistant. Virgos are really good at following rules and directions. Okay, they're like just excellent at that. They will follow the rules to a T. They're very good at serving others, right? And so that's why, like being an assistant to like a boss or somebody that's higher up, Virgos are really good in those positions, and it feels good. It can feel really good to know that you're helping somebody and you followed the directions and you did everything exactly the way it was supposed to be. Everything turned out great. You get a pat on the back and it feels really good. So there's nothing wrong with that by any means. It's like a gift, all right? It's a gift for Virgo. But at the same time, I feel that the way that Virgos are developing, or a lot of Virgos anyway, perhaps Virgos coming to this reading, is in such a way that they feel that they need to branch out on their own in order to grow. Okay, so there's some kind of life lesson to go through. It could be, for some of you, it could be that you don't have to break completely apart from everything, but there is some area of life, I want to say, where it's feeling more and more like the time is to just branch out and really just go out on your own. In the long run, I feel that Virgo is very concerned about the happiness of the family, let me say, just very literally from the Ten of Cups, but also concerned with how their own happiness in life impacts others. All right, so when Virgo is happy, there are a lot of other people surrounding Virgo's life that also pick up on that energy. And I think you can be thinking about that that there are certain things that I just need to have come about in my life in order to feel fulfilled. And I know that when I feel fulfilled, that others that I care about are also going to be positively impacted. And now we have the Magician. Goodness gracious, so happy birthday again to the Virgos. And this is saying absolutely you can do it. No doubt about it. I feel that you have the power of heaven above, of spirit coming down. You can tap into that divine power for assistance in getting all of this work and these particular goals and achievements and desires met. These are not selfish things, I have to say, Virgo. It might seem like it on the surface, like, I want this and I need that, and this is what I have to have in my life. But the thing is, again, just reiterating this message coming through from the Ten of Cups, is that your satisfaction, your achievements in life are going to impact so many other people positively. We don't even know. We don't even know, really. Okay, I'm saying family, your loved ones. There could be many, many other people that are impacted by the work that you are going to do. And if it involves a little bit of branching out on your own a little bit and just taking that risk and just giving it a try, the cards are saying, you know what, it's the time is getting very close. All right, the time is getting very close. You have nothing to worry about in terms of your skills and abilities, okay? Or how you might compete against others. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, Virgo, you are all set in that department. Mentally, you are so strong. My goodness, the gifts are unbelievable, all right? They're just unbelievable. As well as the intuitive gifts, the intuitive strengths. So let's take a look now. We're going to pick a divine door for you. Very interesting. Okay. I don't really remember the messages on the card, but this is just such a striking image on the front that I remember the image because it's one of the few images in the deck where things are really, they're just a mess in this card, right? I mean, everything is kind of broken down and deteriorated, I would say, kind of just deteriorated. And then against that backdrop through this window, right? So this would be the doorway. I don't know if you can quite see that. This would be kind of like an inner doorway. And then once you go through that into the next room, then there's this window with the outside. I feel that, for Virgos, there's a lot on the mind. That's what I'm picking at. There's a lot on the mind right now, and it can sort of clutter almost our thinking, our clarity, our focus. We can get so wrapped up in all these things that are going on that it can be hard to see actually where we're going. And so actually, before I turn this over, I just want to share this little mantra for Virgo, is that you can just try this. Just try it as an experiment. If you're going through this kind of feeling like there's just so much on my mind, I just can't drop these thoughts, to just lay down for a few minutes, like you're going to take a rest, like almost just like a nap. You're going to take a rest for a little bit, or sit down in a comfortable chair and just say to yourself, I'm going to let it all go. I'm letting it all go. Okay, I'm just letting it all go. Every single little thought that's been disturbing me, that's just been, hankering at me, that I've been thinking about, and the things I have to, I'm letting that go. I'm erasing it from my mind for right now. And I am just going to be in total peace and in connection with spirit. And just keep repeating that. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm in absolute peace right now. It could be just 5 or 10 minutes that you do this. You might actually fall asleep, actually. I think that you will find that there is a lot of relief in that. A little mantra, kind of a little short prayer. And here is the message: walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, You find the will to survive. Yes. And so once again, so important to let all of these little things going on that have to do with modernity and modern society and everything, we're constantly having to check notifications on our phones and emails, and oh my goodness, if it's not one thing or it's another, and to just let it all go. Get back into that space where everything is at peace and the rhythm is more natural and connected to the earth. And I think that is the space where you're going to feel very deeply and know exactly what your path is and what you need to do, what the next step is moving forward. All right, that is beautiful to see. I'm very happy to see that, Virgo. We're going to pick a saint card now for you. A saint that you can pray to in the coming months, perhaps learn about. Certainly, though, this saint is coming through for you right now in this reading. This is a special saint for the sign of Virgo, for my Virgo friends. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay, I had to gasp because let me just explain. All right, St. Lawrence. This is a very dear and special saint to my heart, I have to say, and the story is just unbelievable. So you can look this up. But I actually have I would call it like a statue and artwork of St. Lawrence that somebody made us very large. And, well, my family has teased me about it, let me tell you, okay, about St. Lawrence. But St. Lawrence has come into my life, and very powerful saint, really here to tell us, oh my goodness, and I am Virgo too. Okay, so I'm just realizing the gravity of picking that card. It's such a nice thing to see. And what I am just picking up is that we really have the strength to get through just anything, Virgo. Now, here's what it says about St. Lawrence. And of course, the way that the spelling is here is it's Laurentius, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, perhaps in Italian or something like that, but 3rd century Spain. So here's the story, executed on a red hot gridiron. He is the patron saint of librarians. All right, so any Virgos, if you deal with books or publishing or writing or any kind of print materials, something along those lines, St. Lawrence is coming through. And the card represents difficult period concerning conflicts, setbacks, punishment, and sanctions. Okay, well, and that relates to just the difficulty in the ending of St. Lawrence's life, all right, and which really makes him a martyr. But I feel that St. Lawrence is here to say that whatever the difficulties are, whatever those difficulties are, that we can gain strength from above, from heaven above. And so to just pray to St. Lawrence, if it's something you can give a try, right? You can give a try for a month or two and just reach out to St. Lawrence if there are ever times when you are feeling like there's a little bit too much going on here or too much to think about, and how am I going to take advantage of these opportunities and make it towards my vision, my goal. Take that time out, just get comfortable, say, I'm just going to drop everything. I'm going to leave it all behind. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to connect with Spirit. I'm going to connect with St. Lawrence for strength at this time. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to work out beautifully. And I'm very, very happy to see this promising reading for you, Virgo. All right, that's your reading for September and going into the fall months. It's been a pleasure and a privilege as always. I'll see you next time.